back to Lesson 8. We're going to start this lesson with arpeggios, which is a broken chord. You have C chord, the arpeggio is C, E, G. Or if you want to do the full chord, it's C, E, G, C. Any kind of a broken chord is an arpeggio. And here I've listed some of the chords in root position, and I've done the arpeggios. So let's run up those chords real quick with the arpeggios. We have C chord, and then D minor, and then E minor, and then F, G, and A minor, and you can even do B, which would be B diminished. That one's not quite as common, but you can play it as a chord if you'd like. You can also play the arpeggios as a full chord, like I talked about before. I'll lay this down to do this one. If you play it as a roll chord with your top hand, and then play the arpeggio with your left hand. Sounds very pretty that way, and this is a nice thing to do as an alternative to just playing chords on the bottom. When you don't have a left hand to your music, or you just want to do something simple, if it has a chord, you can play it as a chord or a broken chord and then go back and forth with those so the song doesn't get boring. I'm using my Aberdeen Meadows harp again today because it's easy for you to see my hands with this harp. I will be using some other harps in the future lessons, but this is a nice, easy harp for you to be able to see what I'm playing. The rest of this page was just what I was doing, only some different chords. You can practice that on your own and become familiarized with those arpeggios, which are broken chords. Our first song in this lesson is Ora Lee, which is a traditional tune, and is also the tune to the old Elvis song, Love Me Tender. So you can sing either tune you want while you play this song. It has chords in it, not all in root position, and it has some arpeggios in it. So there's chords and then there's broken chords, or arpeggios. It has a first ending and a second ending. Now let me refresh you what that means. The first ending goes right, you play right through the first ending, and then you go back and repeat right here to the chorus. We're not going to play the whole song again, just the chorus. That's where the forward repeat is. So then you repeat the chorus, skip the first ending, and play the second ending. Go ahead and practice this song for a little while, or a few days if you need to, and then we'll play it together. Let's play Ora Lee together now. It's in 4/4 time, and there are no pickup notes, so I'll give you a 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, ready, play. Remember to use roll chords if you can. If you can't, that's okay too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, ready, play. Chorus. Excellent. Playing with both hands is something that you're just starting to do. and it's going to become more important as you go forward in learning to play the harp. Now we're going to be playing separate notes with both hands, different notes, and not just a chord or an arpeggio. So we're going to do some patterns of playing separate notes, starting on different ones with our right hand and our left hand. And I want to do this first page. I want to do the 2 measures and then have you play the 2 measures with me, and then do this measure and have you do those 2 measures with me first, and then we'll go to the next 2 measures. Okay, the first measure starts on a C with your right hand, and the left hand starts on a G. Now you can't place the C on your left hand because you already have it down with one of your right hand fingers. So until you let go of that with your 4th finger, you can't place it with your thumb. So let me play this one for you, the first and the second measure. Okay, you just lift them up and then put them back down. It's kind of like overlapping brackets too. So, okay, let's try that one together. Ready, play. Okay, now you can practice that on your own later if you want to. Okay, the next one starts on an E with your right hand and a C with your left hand down below. Okay, it's the same deal, you just put them up and take them up and then put them back down. It's okay for you to lay all your fingers down on this one because they're not even close to each other. Okay, let me show you how this one sounds. Okay, let's try this one together. Get your fingers all set up. Ready, play. Okay, the next one we're just going to do this one measure because it's an arpeggio and it's kind of got your fingers stretched out. So we'll just do this one measure. Your right hand starts on a C and it's the full chord arpeggio that we talked about in the previous lesson, or just a few minutes ago actually. And the bottom one starts on an E. Now again, you can't place the whole thing because you've got a C here and an E, and they're both in use right now with your right hand. So you're just going to have to place the 2 on your left hand until these 2 play. Okay? Let me try that again. It wasn't real good and clear. One more time. It's a big stretch there, isn't it? Okay, let's try that together. Stretch those. If you have a harpsichle, it's not going to be such a big reach. Okay? Ready, play. Okay, the next line is an E on your right hand. The next measure is an E on your right hand and a C arpeggio down on your left hand. So, again, you can place all these. They're not going to overlap. So let me try that one for you. One more time. C on the top. E on the top. C on the top. I'm sorry. Okay, C on the top. And a different inversion of the C chord on the bottom. I was looking at it from here, it looked like an E minor, but it isn't. Okay, let's try that together now. Big spread, ready, play. Okay, such a little time to play for all that getting ready. Playing notes with both hands is a very important skill. Up until now, we've been playing chords on our left hand, or arpeggios, or single notes. Now we're going to start combining single notes with our right hand and our left hand, going in different directions and playing different notes, and it's a different skill that needs a little bit of extra work. So we're going to go through these pages just a measure or 2 at a time. and I'm going to play it first, and then we're going to play it together. This first measure, we're going to play with the second measure, and it's kind of like overlapping brackets. You go up C, D, E, F, E, D, C with your right hand. In the meantime, your left hand is playing different notes going up and down, starting on a G. So we're going to try that. C and then G with your left hand. Now you can't place this C until after the fourth finger lets go of it on your right hand. So you just have to have your thumb ready to go down on that C. Okay, here we go. Let me try that one more time. Okay, let's try that together. Get your hands in position. Okay, ready, play. Let's try that one more time. Okay, very good. The next two measures are doing the same kind of motion, only starting on an E with your right hand and a C down lower with your left hand. Now there is no danger of them running into each other, so you can place all four notes on both hands. Let me try that one for you. Okay, now let's play that one together. Ready, play. One more time. Okay, good. The next measure is an arpeggio, and it's a full chord. It's a C chord on your right hand and an inversion of a C chord on your left hand. Your right hand is starting on C, C, E, G, C, and your left hand is starting on E, E, G, C, E. But you can't place the last two notes with your left hand until after you've let go with your right hand. So keep those ready to go. Oops. Okay, let's try this one together. Place that, place the two on your left hand. Ready, play. Very good. Okay, now the next measure we're going to do by itself. It's another inversion of a C chord. E, G, C, E. And the left hand is C chord in root position. So let me try that one for you. One more time. Okay, let's try that one together. Nice big stretch on your right hand, and your left hand a nice big full chord too. Ready? Play. Good. Okay, up on the next page, we have some notes going down the line, D, B, G, D, which is inversion of a G chord. Okay, you've got a G, a B, and a D, and that's all you need to have a G chord. On the bottom, we have a G7 actually. The F is part of a G7 chord, but it still fits in real well. So we're going to try just this one measure, both hands going down, D, B, G, D on top. Now, here is another case where you can't place the last finger on your right hand until your left hand is finished with that F. Okay, let me try that one for you. Okay, try it one more time. Wait a minute here. There we go. Okay, now let's get set up and try this ourselves. Remember, you have to leave your fourth finger on your right hand off until your left hand gets finished with this F. Okay? Ready? Play. Okay, let's try that one more time. Ready? Play. Good. Okay, the next measure is another inversion of a C chord. You have C chord on top, you also have a C chord on the bottom, different inversion. Okay? Again, you can't place the part on your left hand until your right hand gets finished. I mean, you can't place your right hand until your left hand gets finished. I'm sorry, getting you confused here. Okay, so you have to start out this way. See, these two fingers have to wait until your E and your C are finished. Okay, let me try that again for you. It's easier when you watch me rather than watch me try to explain it. Okay, let's get our fingers up there and get ready to roll. Okay, ready, play. Very good. Let's try it one more time. Good. The last two lines combine some eighth notes and some quarter notes. And it's kind of going up the line, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, C. And then these are just random notes back and forth, showing you different directions that your hand is going. So I want to do this slowly for you, and then we'll play it together, okay? So here I go, very slowly. Let me try that again. Okay, now let's try it together. Get your hands up there, ready, play. Very good. The last two lines are a little different. We're doing some quarter notes and some eighth notes together, just kind of going up the line of the scale, and your left hand is just doing some random quarter notes. And then on the last line, I've switched it, and your right hand is doing the random quarter notes, and your left hand is going down. So it'd be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So let me play that for you, and then we'll play it together. And I'm going to do this slowly. Okay? Let me try it again. Okay, now let's try it together. Okay, get your fingers up there and get them ready. Here we go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Very good. This last line is pretty similar to this line, except when your right hand starts going down, here it goes G, F, E, but you don't play D with your fourth finger, you skip D and play C, because C is going to go better with the bottom note. So remember to skip D and play C there. Now I'm going to play it for you a time or two, and then we'll try it together. Okay? Play it one more time. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, now let's try it together. Are you ready? Ready? Play. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Let's try it one more time together. Ready? Play. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Very good. We're ready to talk about contrary motion. Now anything that's contrary is not the same. So we have this line being the same motion, and this line being contrary motion. Now this looks like a very simple exercise, and people say, oh, well, that's easy. But once you start to play it, it takes just a little bit of concentration. This line is fairly easy. We're just starting here on G, and our right hand is here on, it doesn't sound very good, but your right hand is on C, and you're just going up the line. And then you put them back down. That is the same motion, which means your hands are going in the same direction. No problemo, okay? You can sit there and do that all day long. Okay, now we're going to do contrary motion. Your thumb starts on the F. Now this isn't going to sound good. I'm going to tell you ahead of time. It's not designed to sound good. It's designed for you to do the motion. Okay, your thumb starts on the F. Your fourth finger starts on the G, and you're going to go in the opposite direction. Okay? Maybe that's really easy for you. Some people have no problem with it, and some people can't get it for a little while. So that's what you want to do. You want to start them together like that. But you can't do that. You got to start them right here at the same area. Now what you want to do is, when you get up here, lay those back down before you play those last notes. See, it's even hard for me to do. Lay them back down. Okay, practice that several times until you're comfortable doing it. You can do it up, you can do it down. You can do it with different notes. You don't have to use those notes, but those just go from a C to a C, and you have good markers of where your hands are supposed to be. So work on that contrary motion. Our next song in Lesson 8 is My Bonnie Lies Over the Ocean, and it does have a lot of contrary motion, which we just talked about. I would recommend that you print this out if you haven't already, and practice the right hand first separately. Get your fingering down, get it in your memory so you'll know what your hands are going to do, and then practice your left hand separately and then put them together. It's in 3/4 time, and it does have a pickup measure. One note, the third count. So I'm going to give you a 1, 2, 3, ready, play, and then we'll begin, and as usual, we're going to do it slowly. Okay, here we go. Your fingers start out on the same note. Fourth fingers both on G, but then in the second measure it's contrary motion. Okay, here we go. Here's our count. 1, 2, 3, ready, play. Our last song in Lesson 8 is Go Tell It on the Mountain. And it's a Christmas song, a little bit jazzy, but we're not going to play it too fast, so don't worry. Your right hand starts out on the third or on the fourth count. It's 4/4 time, and you have thirds in your right hand, and your left hand does some up and down arpeggio type things. Be careful of this measure. It does not go in a row. It skips a couple of notes there, one note in particular, C. So be careful. And you have a ledger line note, see if you can figure that one out. Your right hand continues into the thirds, but not all of them are thirds. There's one that has a note skipped in between, so be careful. And then up here you have some eighth notes, and a little bit of rhythm. I've done the counts for you there in case you're not familiar with this song. Most people know Go Tell It on the Mountain. It's one that is sung a lot at Christmas time. So this really doesn't have a whole lot of anything new in it. It's just putting things together in a different way. Every song you're building your skills and becoming a better and better and better harpist. We're ready to play Go Tell It on the Mountain, but I wanted to tell you one thing first. Sometimes when I'm playing a song with you, you will notice that one of my fingers plays a different type of fingering. Maybe it's a 2 instead of a 3. Well, the fingering that I have written down for you is not written in stone. If it's uncomfortable for you to play, or you think another finger is more comfortable or would work better in that position, then you can go ahead and change it. This is just the recommended fingering that I have found is the most correct and works the best for the song. But you are welcome to change it as long as you're not picking with one finger, as long as you do the correct motion and the least amount of movement possible is what we're after. Okay, now we're ready to play the song. This song starts in thirds, and it also starts on a pickup note. It starts on the 4th count. We're counting in 4 this time. So I'm going to give you a 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, ready, play. Okay, here we go. Get your left hand ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, ready, play.